for dinner this week, but it was that good that my husband asked for it again. Let's make some chicken pot pie soup. Starting off with 1 stick of butter into a large soup pot. For our veggies, I'm using potatoes, celery, and onion. I would be using carrots, but if you know, you know. We're not using carrots this week. I've got 10 ounces of celery here. I've also got 1 white onion that I'm chopping, as well as 2 pounds of yellow potatoes that I just cut in half. I would normally just eyeball this, but because I want to give you all the recipe, going in with 1/4 cup of olive oil, and again, we already have a stick of butter in there. I'm gonna add a sprinkle of salt just to get the party going here, get those veggies cooking down. I've got a rotisserie chicken here, and because I'm such an amazing mom, both of my kids are already asleep for the night. Potato, yeah! You're gonna wanna go ahead and shred your chicken. Once your butter is melted and your onions look translucent, you're gonna add in 1/3 cup of flour, and you're gonna stir that until the flour is all incorporated. Add some chicken broth, 64 ounces. Turning the heat to medium, you're gonna wanna bring this up to a simmer, and we're going to cook this until the potatoes are nice and tender. While I'm waiting for my potatoes to finish cooking, I'm gonna add in my rotisserie chicken. My potatoes are almost done cooking, so now we're gonna get started on the topping. I've got some puff pastry straight from the freezer, but that's totally okay because you want this to be in pieces. I'm gonna break it up slightly. Get some heavy cream. I'm just gonna add a little bit on top of each piece and brush it. Oh, that was a little bit much. Brush it with a pastry brush. I'm gonna add some flaky salt on top of this, and then these are going in the oven at 400 until they're golden and puffy. You want to season this to taste, but also do it generously. So I would use fresh dill, but I only have dried dill, so I'm gonna add in some of that. Good amount of garlic powder. Generous amount of black pepper. Yes, I am gonna be adding some salt. I know that we use the chicken broth, which has salt in it, but I like to add a little bit extra. My potatoes are just about done, so I turned it down to low, and now we're gonna add in our heavy cream. Stirring constantly, we're gonna slowly add in 1 cup of heavy cream. I just took my puff pastry out, it looks perfect. Potatoes are nice and tender, so now it's time to assemble. My husband and I actually prefer chicken pot pie this way now, just because I think the texture is so much better of the pastry. It's so good.